All right, this is One Eye Jax, and we're going to do a very short video today on a subject that I've really been remiss. I have never covered this, and it's interesting, and it's something that needs to be looked into more. And the beauty of it is, you really don't need that much equipment. If you have a camera and you can get a solar filter, you can do these videos yourself very easily. And the topic of the video will be Apollo, the god of the sun. And we're going to take a look at some NASA videos of the sun and what they show us. The interesting thing is, NASA has two different satellites pointed at the sun 24 hours a day, and we can't get one satellite, facing Earth, showing us 24 hours a day. That just never happens. We had the opportunity to put a telescope on the moon 6 times, and we never brought one. We brought all kinds of stuff that we could throw away and golf clubs and everything else, but we never brought a mini radio controlled satellite, which would have been, brilliant, but no one ever thinks to do that. So here we're looking at some of these fantastic videos that NASA produces. Corona, the repeating, the corona from the Minotaur myth. So here they're telling you, this is how what's going on, and wow, look at that. I mean, it's like the spacecraft. You could almost fly the spacecraft through the hole in that. That is amazing. And that looks like some fireflies. Oh, here we're going inside the sun now. So the satellite has a way to do that too. And then the fission is happening, or fusion. So here we have magnetic pictures of solar flares in real time, and how they'll impact Earth. It is beautiful stuff. I'll give these guys credit. Whatever, whoever they have doing this artwork, they're very good. But is this anything more impressive than you see in some of the CGI movies now? No, not at all. So here's another NASA video, and we see the sunspot. It's going around. It looks like a clockwork orange. It's spinning like a clockwork orange. And then we see the magnetic profile again. This is some really good stuff. The detail, and we can see that it's always spinning like a top, though, with the sunspots spinning around just like the Earth spins, supposedly, in the same fashion. It's spinning like a giant basketball balanced on someone's finger, put it that way. So we see this in every one of these videos. It's spinning like a basketball, like the Harlem Globetrotter is spinning it on his finger. So remember that. Don't forget that. That's the key point today. It's spinning like a basketball. So the sunspot thing is just amazing. Here we have another NASA video of the sunspots, and the detail is just, the clarity, and they have the scale of the Earth for a reference and all. It is amazing. So here I am fast forwarding and going back, and clearly it's spinning like a basketball balanced on the end of someone's finger. We know this. We've been told this our entire lives. The sun is rotating, and here we go. We don't really want to watch this, I don't think. Yeah. So here we go. We've got a guy that's just, he's a scientist. Oh, they're so cute, aren't they? So here we go. Here's another film of the sunspots, and they're twirling in the magnetic field, and blah 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 blah. Yeah, this guy knows. Oh yeah, that's it. Here we go. Another, I mean, where do they get this shot? They have like, by the way, there's 6 different lenses in the sun-facing telescope. So they don't just get a picture of the sun; they get a picture of the sun in every conceivable fucking range of the electromagnetic, you know. So here we go. Now we got an actor reading the text. Wow, look at that one. So once again, they're all spinning like a basketball, balanced on someone's finger, spinning. That's how the sun spins. That we see. We've seen this. They're showing you this over and over and over and over. This is your model. It's spinning. There we go. It's spinning like a basketball again. It has a north and south pole. Blah blah blah. We see the sunspots rotating in synchronization as it spins, and we see them in high definition. We see them in the magnetic frequencies. We see them in the X-ray frequencies. We see them in ultraviolet, infrared. We got the 6 different lenses in the sun-facing telescopes. So you can look at it, you can zoom in, whatever you need to do, they've got it. And they've animated it, and here it is. It's playing on Wikipedia. It's spinning like a basketball. So we know it spins like a basketball. Come on, hello, McFly. It spins like NASA says, it spins like a basketball. And then we get a filter for a camera and we film the sun ourselves, and now it's spinning in a circle like a pie plate. Or are we just looking at the North Pole of the sun here? I mean, what's going on? It doesn't match what they showed us. So we only see one face of the sun. We see one face of the moon. We never see the dark side. We see the sun, we see the light side of the moon, and we see the North Pole of the sun all the time, which doesn't match anything they told us. So let's go to another video. Here's another amateur video. I'll put links to these videos, by the way. So here's another amateur video, and we don't see it's going around like a pie plate now. You're like looking at the face of a pie plate. So we only see one side of the sun, apparently. So that's weird. So it's very strange. It's not spinning like NASA says. What's going on here? So here he breaks it down. It doesn't even spin equally all day. It'll spin and then it'll stop and then it'll spin and then it'll stop. So his video, he couldn't even make sense of it. He's like, it's not even spinning in a regular fashion. So let's go to another video here. These are all the amateur videos now. This is not NASA. This is a person. They have an email address. You can talk to them and send them an email. One of the guys, the camera filter was donated by a subscriber. So let's go. Let's pass forward through all this bullshit. So here's a guy. Hang on, here he is. He gets a filter. And I'll put links to these videos, by the way. So we see the sun rotating. It doesn't make any sense, and it doesn't match what they told us. So, when we go to NASA and we go to the moon missions, okay, they faked the moon missions. You decide that, oh yeah, they faked that. Then you go to the Mercury missions, and you're like, oh boy, wow, yeah, they wore like hiking boots on their astronaut suits, and the helmets were a joke. They were like motorcycle helmets. Then you go to Gemini, and you go to Skylab, and you go to the shuttle fakery, and you go to the fakery of the Mars probes, the fakery of the Clementine missions, and you put it all in a big pile, and you go, wow, nothing they told us was true. So let's look at what else they told us. So they told us a lot of the things about the sun, and they provide us enough video to hang them several times over for the bullshit stories they tell. The other thing you'll notice is the sun never looks like it does when NASA films it. It looks way different. You don't ever see these huge explosions coming out of the side of it. So that's it. You know, Once again, we see something that we can film ourselves that doesn't make sense. Like a little baby. It's 2018 and people still believe the stuff. They still are buying. What a fish story.